What is God in relation to this understanding? Once the separate self, once thought has abstracted the knower and the known, the seer and the seen, the experiencer and the experienced. In other words, once thought has overlooked this knowing which pervades all experience and has said, no, this knowing doesn't pervade all of experience, it just pervades this little corner of experience. Thought abstracts a separate self, and as an inevitable counterpart to the inside self, thought projects an outside world. So this is the conventional duality, inside self, outside world. But then the separate self looks around at the outside world and notices that it's coming and going, and then it wonders to itself, well, where does it all come from? So a thought then has to manufacture a third element, not just two things, not just the soul or the self and the world. It has to manufacture a third entity called God, who creates it all. So that's where the separate self's family is complete. The separate self,
yes, exactly.
God the creator,
Yeah.
and the world. Okay. So, but that creator God, the separate self imagines that God in its own likeness. Now, in its own likeness doesn't mean looking like a physical body. It means as an inevitable counterpart or a corollary to the separate self. So that I am an inside self and God is out there and up there. So it's in just the same way that the outside world is an inevitable counterpart to the inside self. So the distant separate God is a reflection of the belief in being a separate self. It's not really what God is, it's just God from the illusory point of view of a separate self. What is really meant by spirit or God is divine eternal awareness. But thought, having overlooked awareness, has to account for all these apparent objects and world in another way. So it manufactures a God distant from ourselves, separate from ourselves. But actually what is truly meant by God or spirit is divine awareness, infinite awareness. Just the consciousness I am. I am. That is, before Abraham was, I am. That's what it means, the I am, the pure I am, before thought has added a limit and a destiny to it. That is what is meant by God.
Thank you.
Christ said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. What he meant was, I am is the way,
And the truth.
the truth. Not I, the person. It didn't mean follow me, the person of Jesus. That was a complete misunderstanding. What he meant was, I am is the way. To go to the I am. To go to pure awareness. To ask yourself the question, am I not awareness? And to go to the place from which the answer comes. That is the way. That is the truth of experience. that is what is truly referred to as God or spirit.